Welcome to this channel. Welcome to the crypto market bleed. I hope you guys are okay. I thought I'd put together this emergency update for those that might be freaking out a little bit. So I've got a few things to show you that are a glimmer of hope. We'll go through it all today. Before I get stuck into it, just let me know when you're here, if you can hear me okay, you can see everything okay. Trying to chill in this dippity dip all day. Yeah, well, that's why I'm here, to kind of ease your mind and go through some things about where we really are right now and what is highly likely to happen next week. I can see you all coming in there. Make sure you give me a hello when you come in. Hi, James. Hi, Heath, Wayne. Who else we got? Claire, nice to see you. RK. I've got some names there that I can't pronounce. Wait, I left my hair straightener on. I can hear it dinging in the background. Oh well, whatever. We'll just have to deal with that. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. My cat, yep, look at her over there, the co-host of the show. She's made an appearance. It's been a while. We haven't seen her in a while. Good spot. Ryan, hey, Theo, Richard, good to see you, Richard. Corey, John, happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Michael. Happy Mother's Day. I think it's a Mother's Day just for Australian mums. So happy Mother's Day to all the Aussie mums out there. My daughter has gone to her grandmother's for the day, which that makes sense. I told her it's meant to be my day, but she ditched me. So lucky I've got this family here to hang out with instead. Who else we got? Ollie, Tanya. Manu, haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're traveling the world and having the best time ever. Ginger, awesome. So many people. Okay. All right. I've got a lot to talk about. I have taken notes, so I'm going to, keep looking down to make sure I don't miss anything. There's a lot that's going on behind the scenes right now that is really important for all of us to know. Going to give us a bit of heads up as to what may happen next week. Only for the short term, a lot of conditions to meet for the long term. Thank you, Dan. Are you teaching TA in a community? I teach my market maker method, not mine, Steve Murrow's market maker method, along with the things that I've added to it inside of the TTC Discord. So if you're interested in joining us, come and do that. The best time to join is the beginning of the month, which is right now. The link for it all is in the description of this video. I teach it in the first class section of that Discord, but just be aware you do need to have the basics of technical analysis down already. So if you don't know how to, draw support resistance, if you don't know the absolute basics of technical analysis, get that under your belt first before you come join us. Leanna, Justin, where are we heading? Good question. Thank you to everyone wishing me a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to every other mother out there as well. All right, let's do this. Number one thing that I want to talk about is I often say don't hold your trades through a weekend because the weekends are an intentional sideways trap. There is one time when that is not the case. And if you are in an extremely good position and you can move your stops into profit to protect a good trade, you can hold on. That one time where that is relevant is when the Friday move is a big move. So I'm going to go down to the 4 hour to show you that first before we move into what I think is actually going on. So this here was the Friday move. Is that Friday? Yeah, Friday move into this sideways consolidation. This here is the weekend trap that I was talking about. And we've had a further move down. Now, the reason, and I find this especially if the move on a Friday is a move to the downside, that is when you can hold your trade as long as you can move your stop into profit. The reason for that is logic. Let's think about this. If the market sells off dramatically on a Friday, all markets, including stock market, everything else, if they sell off dramatically on a Friday and then come the US session close on a Friday, retail can't get out of any other positions that they're in. So they can't panic sell, right? The only assets that they can panic sell on a weekend is crypto. So it is likely that when we have a dramatic move on a Friday, that will continue into the weekend. Now, the second part of that is if the market structure changes on a weekend, it is not the start of a new trend, because market structure does not change on a weekend to become a new trend that will follow through the next week. So it's likely that if you see a bounce anytime over the weekend, it's going to be a false move, and come Monday, you're probably going to get the Monday fake out that brings you back down. Then a new trend might start. So just be aware of that. I know a lot of people are like wondering if the bottom's it. Well, no, actually people are thinking we're going to 20K. So we'll talk about that in a second. Oh, guys, if you see those comments in, I can't believe they've made it here onto my live video now, but those comments there saying deposit Bitcoin and you'll get you guys are smart enough to know that's a scam. It's not me. It's, you know, under my name, but it's someone impersonating an account. I don't send crypto to any accounts that are posted online like that promise you a return. It's literally on all my social media. It's driving me very insane. Hang on one second. Let me just see here. Here we go. This is the comment, just to be clear so that you can all see it and know. Just don't fall for stuff like this. I know you guys know better, but just to make sure. Now, let's get back to where I was. So the continued sell-off on the weekend is as a result of retail panic selling. How do we know that it's a result of retail panic selling? We go to the fear and greed index, and you can see there that we are an 18. Now, for all of my investors here right now, anytime the fear and greed index is under 20 is an amazing time to dollar cost average. Not to go all in, just buy little bits on the way down. Eventually the bottom will be found, but we are now under that 20. So that is number one. So we can see here that what's happening on the weekend is not the market maker. We know that market maker is at the strip club. We talk about that all the time, right? But this is retail panic selling, and the fear and greed index shows us that. Now, we all know the saying, right? Buy when others are fearful, right? So that's what we want to look at next is, where's the big money? Is the big money coming in to buy now, or are they going to trigger a further sell-off during the week? And to have a look at that, we're going to go to, where do I want to go next? Let's go to HiveLock and have a look at the liquidation data when this decides to load. Yay. Okay, so we can see immediately down the bottom, this red area shows the delta, right? So it's just showing out of all the current open, long and short futures positions, right now, the delta, it being red, means the delta is to the shorts. So there's more liquidity available to the market maker for everyone who has a short position for their stop losses and their liquidation levels. The only way that he can come for that liquidity is to send price up, because retail don't close positions. Retail don't pay themselves. It's the biggest mistake, and it's why 95% or whatever it is of people don't make money trading, because they don't pay themselves. So these positions, these people who are actually short and got it right, are now going through the greed phase of telling themselves that Bitcoin's going to 20K, and therefore they're holding their positions open, either with no stop loss, they're on super high leverage. The blue is 25x, the green is 50 and then 100x, this murky greeny color. So they're on super high leverage. They either don't have stops or they do have stops, but they haven't moved their stop into profit, and they are now at risk of the market sharply shooting the other way. Now down here, you can see when I scroll over it, we are currently at 33 billion. If you've been watching me for a while, by the way, if this is your first time here, welcome. Sorry to say that so late. If you are returning, welcome back. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Leave me a comment below. We're on a mission on this channel to drown out all of the spam comments with genuine comments. So be sure to leave comments. But that 33 billion, if you've been watching me for a while, 25 to 30 billion is where you start to expect a sharp turn. Now, I actually want to show you something. I'm going to have to try and find it if you just bear with me for a second, because I want to find this thing. I didn't think of it earlier, but it's quite important. Where am I going to now? Here and here. Now, this here, just mind the language, just don't read what I wrote, just look at these pictures, right? This here was the last time that I expected a very sharp move in price for Bitcoin. The reason was because of these three big circles here that you can see in this picture. At the time, each of those circles was $300 million each of short positions, liquidation levels, right? Now, that date was the 18th of April. So if we go back to the 18th of April, this is a 1 hour chart. Is it here? Yeah, here. This was where I gave the warning to the TTC community right here on the 18th of April that leverage had been building up so high. The difference is, and I said here, look, when this thing turns, I reckon it's going to be swift and hard. Delta isn't as high as I'd like, but I'm going to start looking for W formations at every drop. I don't care how low Bitcoin goes. If it keeps going low, it's going to keep bringing up that delta. It's just going to end up being a juicier trade. So down here was that W. We had this drop here, and then the W was formed there. On the 15-minute time frame, there was an even earlier W, right? But the point being, this is the point here where panic and fear was induced by the market makers on purpose. They held price in a weekend trap for the whole weekend. Then come the start of the week or towards the end of the weekend, they dropped price to encourage people to open short positions. That's why they do it. People went short here, and then they sharp and swiftly come the start of the week, move price out. If you had understood how the market maker works at that point in time, then let's just say even you got it from the second W down here, you would have enjoyed a 8% move, right? And that wasn't even as big as what we're talking right now. So remember I said to you those circles were 300 million each. When we go to high block and look at these circles here, they're 400 million each. And there's three of them here. 1, 2, 3. You do the math on how much that is. In addition to that, you also have all these little ones in between where people have open short positions to just add up and add up. And the more you add all that open leverage up, the closer it brings us to this 33 billion right now. So right now, all the market maker needs to do is cause a sharp shift in price, exactly what they did. Exactly what they did here, because think about it. If you were in this, if you didn't know about W formations and you didn't catch that, how would you have entered here? Right? You couldn't have, because you would have had a terrible risk to reward. So you miss the trade, then you go into fear and panic, you wait for a retracement, the retracement doesn't come, they go back into the boardroom, then they give you a straightaway trade. Now you're even more thinking, oh my God, I missed out, it's the second's gone, I need to get in. They end up pushing it the third time, you get in at the top, and then they reverse it. It's typical pattern, happens every single time. 3 times, because it's the psychology of 3 to freak you out, to think you missed the first one, there's going to be a retracement, there's no retracement, now you miss the second one, third one, oh my God, this thing's not going to stop, I just need to buy, you buy the top. That's how retail buys the top, and that's how they sell the bottoms. I can see so many comments. I will come back. Also, again, I can see spam comments about promising returns, ignore them. So anyway, point being, you need to get really good at identifying W's and understanding the fake move to induce you to take the wrong position before the market sharply shifts the other way. And the only way you can really do this is by understanding where the liquidity is for the people with the big money behind the scenes. The liquidity right now is above price. It's up here, up to, scrolling over that 38, it's up to $38,000. So, okay, is there a reason for the price besides the liquidity, because that's tick number one? Are there any other reasons for the market maker to shift price up to 38K sometime next week? Let's have a look at the options closeouts. So having a look, we've got an expiry today. Doesn't go back in time, but we've got an expiry today at 36,000. So that means that $999.99 each way of that 36,000, if Bitcoin is to close at the time that these contracts close today, in that range, everyone who put in a put option or a call option loses. So both sides lose, the longs and the shorts. The market maker wins. Therefore, it's in their best interest to keep price as close to 36,000 as possible before this expires. But put today aside because it's a Sunday, who cares? If we go down to the 9th, it's also at 36,000. That could mean we have fake move Monday, right? We know that it's coming up anyway. If we then go to the 13th, which will be Friday, Australian Friday, the max pain is now at 38. What do you know? That 38 matches up with the high block levels at the highest level at 38. Not saying that this is the bottom and a bull market is now here. However, there is a very big chance of upside to around the 38 before the end of the upcoming week. How you get in now is looking for the W. So the other thing too is, if we go back to current time here. So here on this chart, I'm not sure how, oh, you can't see it there. Wait, hang on a second. I'll bring it up a bit higher. Yeah, there you can see it now. So these down here that I've marked, these two white lines here, my cat's getting playful. They were the lowest level of long liquidations. So not the lowest, they were the biggest amount of long liquidations that we had going back to high block. It was these big circles down here, nothing in comparison to what we have above price. But as we get lower into this range here, these are newly open positions. These are people who have only just gone long today, pretty much. Well, yes, today, because this is a 1 minute chart. So these are people betting on the price going up. You'll usually find at the bottom, when we found a bottom, these circles are very small. And when we find a top, these circles are very small. Why? Because there's not that many smart traders out there. Frankly, the unintelligent people open short positions when price is already going down. They open long positions when price is already going up, right? This takes an immense amount of skill to open a long position from here. And that's why you see this level of liquidity, very, very small circles. So market maker is not likely to come for this, but they come for the bigger ones. So you can see there we had 100 million at 34,000. And then the next one, I think it was up here at 34, was it this one? Yeah, 34,377. So when we go back to a chart, you can see here that we've just touched on that 34,377. We haven't yet come for the 34,000 one. So there is a chance that we continue down, whether it's today or during fake move Monday. Let me mark this out properly. What am I doing now? Here. There is a chance during fake move Monday, we continue down a little bit more. From there, once that is done, we're looking for a W formation. For me personally, and it does take confidence, my entry is on the second peak of the W. I look for an inverted hammer. That's it. An inverted hammer on the second peak of the W is my entry to get in. I'm happy to risk from there. You know why? Because if I got an entry there, my stop loss only needs to go under the peak of the first W. And if I'm taking it up to that first 400 million liquidation, it's a 6-to-1 trade. It's a 6-to-1 trade. Why would I care? Like, I'm happy to take that risk. The more conservative way, if you don't feel confident, is to let the W play out, come back for a retracement, and then you take your entry on the retracement. So not going to give you as good a risk to reward, but much more likely to play out. Now, let me see if I can see 100x 1 minute scalpers playing at the moment. Yeah, for sure there would be. Price only needs to move $40 for a 100x trader to get wiped out. It's insane. Is there anything else? Only $50 a month. James. Yeah, okay. I think I'm good with those comments. Well, anyway, I'm seeing these spam comments. It's nuts. You just want to help people, you know, and like you just have these people taking advantage of them. But anyway, that's the kind of setup that I'm looking for. It's going to give me more confidence if we come down for this 34K, because now I know that we've wiped out what's on the table for the most part and there's not that much left. Wow, what else do I have to talk about? Trading light. Let's have a look. I personally don't love using heat maps on a weekend because I know that it's not the market maker behind the moves, but we'll have a look at it anyway. And you can see just at a glance all these red zones down here. People are willing to buy at this level now. It's not as high as I'd like we're looking at 600, 500, 400. That just tells me a bit of a bounce. It doesn't tell me full reversal yet, but here's the thing. That could be the bounce that creates the W. So anytime from now, we need to start looking for W's because the CME market starts on UK time, Sunday, 5 p.m. So, sorry, not UK, US time. So what is the current time? Current time, New York. It's currently 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So market opens for them 5 p.m. New York time, 5 p.m. We may get a W around that time. So we may continue to bleed until then. But from today onwards, I would start looking for a W formation. Now, here's the other thing too, is whilst we know all this liquidity is available above price, there's one or two things that can happen once we eventually get back there. Number one is, well, he'd come for all of it. He's not going to leave the rest. So let's just say we get our trade all the way up to the top one. At that point in time, we start looking for an M formation, the exact reverse of the W, and we can trade it back. Oh, thank you for that super like. That's so nice of you. Oh my goodness. I think that's my first one ever on a live. You're so nice. Let me just see something. I don't actually know what to do because I've never had one before. So I don't know if you asked a question. Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't. Okay, good. So we're at the top of that range. That's when we're going to start looking for an M formation. However, we have to be prepared, and this is where the voodoo's coming in. The white-haired witch is about to come in. So just bear with me. We have to be prepared for this to be the bottom, like the bottom. And when we get to this M formation and we've wiped out the liquidity here, that the sell-off is only a retracement. The reason that I say that is because we talked about the options expiry at 38K, right? So we know that it's highly likely that come Friday, Bitcoin's going to be around the 38K mark. Now, before Friday, it could very easily do this and then come back to 38K. We don't know that yet, right? We don't know how high they want to send price. It could also just come there and then just dwindle around and create an M formation and come back. But it could then come back and create a higher low. It could also just come back and then break that level and we go into a full-blown bear market. I still think this is the time to be paying yourself on good trades. So if you get this W formation and we get into any of these levels, take your profit, look for the retracement, bag flip, take a short just in case, look for the market structure change, and then potentially bag flip there again. The reason I say this is because the expiry, the options expiry is on the 13th. Okay, now let me get my astro notes out. The lunar eclipse is on May 15 to 16, depending on where you live, what country you live in. And eclipses are full moons on steroids. This one in particular is, I'm going to read this straight out because as you guys know, you should know, I'm a student of astrology. I'm not the expert, so I'm reading somebody else's words here from people that I study. So not trying to be an expert, but what they say is this is a transformation of some kind, the end of an era. It has to do with financial resources, real estate, and power. It is a very serious turning point energy. I'm probably going to become known as the crazy Bitcoin trader on the internet for saying this. I think this is the time crypto decouples from the market. That's what I think. Everybody is banking on it. And everybody says, oh, Bitcoin can't go up because of the stock market and blah, blah, blah. A year ago, everyone was saying Bitcoin's correlated with the Dixie. If the Dixie goes down, Bitcoin goes up. Then it decoupled. Then they were saying Bitcoin's correlated with S&P. Then it decoupled. Then it was like the 10-year bond yield. Then it was this, then it was that. And right now it's the NASDAQ. Yes, there are correlations from time to time, but not all the time. Like it's not a forever thing. There is a point where it will break away. The reason that I believe that point might be coming soon is because it came when in March 2020, and everybody knows what happened then, right? All markets crashed. Bitcoin recovered the fastest. Why? Because the psychology of people lost faith in the system, were scared and wanted to take control of their own money. So they put it into Bitcoin. The same thing's going to happen now. If we keep talking inflation and interest rates and, you have this fear of like houses that you over mortgaged being taken away, you feel like you lost that sense of control, right? So therefore, you want something you can control. And crypto's it when it comes to money. So whether it happens in May, June, or July, I don't know. But I do think that the pegging or the correlation of crypto into the stock market, it's going to separate soon once people wisen up. And this could be our very big chance. Now, at the same time, there's a very big chance that we break this level and we head down to, 20K region, whatever. That's not going to happen until this has been claimed. The market maker is not leaving this on the table. That's almost a certainty, right? At some point, whenever this bottom is found, and all we need to do is look for W's. If it's not here, it's probably going to be down here come Monday, but it's coming somewhere. They're going to come and grab this before they make another move down. So all we need to do is stay on our toes and look for that W. At that point is when we can reassess if faith has come back into Bitcoin and we're going to see a nice new uptrend, or, we are still tied to the stock market and we're going to come down. Now, the other thing too that I had to say about that astrology is we have coming up on May the 10th, which is only 2 days away, so the beginning of the new week, we have Jupiter entering Aries. Jupiter's entering Aries and leaving Pisces. Now, why does that matter? Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Here, I think it was. I don't know the exact dates, but I can figure it out. No, let's go to a daily. Okay, here, Jupiter was in Pisces. Here, currently, Jupiter's in Pisces. So both times, it was a bear market. It was a horrible time. Then it came out and entered Aries, and this period here, moving up, was Jupiter in Aries. We're entering Aries in 2 days' time. Just adds to my feeling that we may be close to a bottom. And then, but we do have some other things that are like not great. However, just reading. Yes. So sometime between the 10th and the 15th, it is likely that the bottom should be found. Then we go into the new moon phase, the full moon phase, which is up, which is also, as I described earlier, the eclipse on steroids. So I think this is the week to be looking for a bottom for Bitcoin. The other thing too is, let me just take all of this off to show you clearly. At this point in time, if we settle here, if we don't head down too much more, let's just say if we stay in this box zone right here, then we're going to have 1, 2, oops, this tool is really annoying, 2, 3. For my guys in first class in TTC, what do 3 hits to the low mean? Leave me a comment in the comment box. What do 3 hits to the low mean? Come on, guys. Somebody knows. Looking forward to that happening. Will be a very nice trade for sure. We've got to stay on our toes and look for that W. Well done, Donna. Reversal imminent. 3 hits to the low, reversal imminent. And we're on a daily time frame as well. Here, I'll show you on this chart here. Back in July, 3 hits to the low, reversal imminent. We're in the same position as last time. Look at this. I've done this on a previous video on this channel. Won't waste too much time on it. 3 hits to the low, reversal imminent, 3 rise, M formation, reversal, 3 hits to the low, sideways consolidation, 3 hits down here. It's the same pattern over and over and over. So I understand that everybody's looking at this bear flag right now. That's retail trading, and we're dropping below. They're convincing themselves that they're right. What is the market maker's objective? Number 1, to induce you to take a position. Number 2, to cause panic and fear by moving it fast in a direction. Did we not fastly move down today? And then number 3, to sharply reverse price and take out your stop losses. Number 3 is coming next, mark my words. Oh, hello, Steph. Thank you for the happy Mother's Day. Why are you working? Because I have to tell people what I think is going on. And Trinae left me. Trinae's gone to her grandmother's, so might as well work. Yes. So that's what I would be watching out for. Was there anything else? Oh, yes. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Now, before I talk about this, please don't smash the comments with, are you crazy? Because I am a little bit crazy. And also, disclaimer, I don't like this coin that I'm going to talk about, but there's an opportunity. We're talking about ADA. Now, it's bled disgustingly bad and it doesn't look great right now, but the whole market is. With ADA, should we get that W on Bitcoin, wherever we get it and we start to turn around, ADA has a hard fork coming up 30th of June. Hard forks usually do cause a bit of a pump in the price. It's actually not necessarily the 30th of June. It's or earlier, so it may come beforehand. But it may be worth getting, a little bit of a spot position for it just to ride that before it happens, should the market start to turn around and look like it's going up. So that's just one altcoin that I wanted to point out. I also just want to have a quick look at Ethereum now. Well, what am I doing? USDT perpetual Ethereum. Because Ethereum's in a little bit of a better position as well, in that it's staying above these levels so far and it hasn't quite made it to its weekly low yet. It's coming very close, and that might be where it finds support at about 25.42. With Ethereum, the options expiry for today is 2600. And right now we're at 25.46. So see how they hold price around that level just to make sure retail doesn't win, Like they just, yeah, anyway. Tomorrow is the same. So we may just consolidate for a day around here, but come May 13th, it's up at 2,800. So again, expecting some sort of a reversal. It might be the midweek reversal. It might not necessarily come Monday, Tuesday. It potentially could be a midweek reversal that leads us into Friday. So that's another thing to watch out for Ethereum. And then let's take a look at if this website wants to load, we'll have a look at Ethereum. Amazing website, but it's very slow to react. By the way, if you are wanting to get subscriptions to any of these, I have worked out deals with all of them. So if you use the link in the description below, you will get discounts as opposed to just going there directly. We probably can kick out spammers, guys, but I think I need an admin to help me. So, and I don't have one yet. I'm still baby YouTuber, but we'll get there in time. So for now, just be smarter than they are and know what they're doing. Now, Ethereum Delta is at 7 billion, so that's growing. That's pretty good for Ethereum. But the levels are up here. So this one here at 2860, and the options expiry 2,800. So I do think Bitcoin's going to come up to around that level sometime towards the end of the week. Then we need to reassess and see, was it a fake out and we're going down again, or is it the beginning of a new trend? In my opinion, it's worth taking positions on futures contracts once you get that W, because if it turns out that this isn't a fake out and it's now going into a new trend, you're going to want to hold on to that. So the way I personally trade when I think we could be at the bottoms to start a new trend or at the top to start a new trend is I'll take a short-term trade on a perp contract, take my profits when it hits, those liquidation levels. But I also take another trade on a futures contract, a September expiry, so that if it turns out to be an amazing entry, I can hold on to it, move my stop up along the way and just ride the trend. So that's how I do that. And I also, if it's a low, then spot buy as well for the future. Thank you, Wayne. I will definitely do that. Why all of this don't have a heart? Yeah, guys, like the video. Let's send it around the internet. I'm probably the only person on YouTube right now saying we're not going to 20K. I think that alone deserves a like, right? Okay. I can see a question there. Did you buy anything on this crash? So I talk about this all the time on my channel. My only six altcoins that I'm going to invest in should the market start to create a bullish trend. Right now, my focus is only Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's the main thing. But I always, let me just bring it up. These six up here. Oh, that's great. You can't even see them. There, these six at the top here are the ones. So it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Luna, Matic, Algo, AVAX. Let's take actually, do we have any altcoin requests? Put them in the comments. If there are, I'll come back to it. But I've done Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's take a look at Solana. So I'm only going to look at these on the daily because we want some pretty good long-term positions. Not near for me, no. The only reason is I understand that there are other coins out there that are amazing, but I want to be in on coins before the institutions that cannot yet get in can get in, because their money is going to push my altcoin a lot further. So sure, I understand that there are low cap coins and IDOs and I understand that there's all those things, and I might get a 600% move in a day, and that doesn't interest me. I just want to be in on good things that I know institutional traders are going to have interest in, that when they come in, their money pushes my position in a much further direction, and they've got to meet certain criterias. And I don't exactly know what those criterias are, but I know that these are the coins that are the only ones that have the potential to reach those criteria. So Ethereum, Solana, Luna, Matic all reach it already. Algo and AVAX, I believe, are still getting approvals, but are likely to be approved. So other than that, I'm not interested. Like, I just want to ride the wave of the big money, right? So do you like to spot buy alts when bull trend starts to form? Yeah, I'll just buy these on spot. So with Solana's in a good zone now, it needs to hold here. This is a daily time frame. Anywhere in this box, in my opinion, is going to be a good buy as long as it changes market structure on a lower time frame. So for buying spot and wanting to hold in a trend, I wouldn't try to look for that change in trend on anything lower than a 4 hour. So that would be my condition from where it is now. If it can settle and anywhere in this box and then create a W formation, that would be a good area to buy. Luna, I think, came down. Yeah, Luna's come down pretty hard. So this was the last W there that was the buying opportunity. Luna's like got some problems right now, so I'll probably leave that until it settles. But when you draw it like this, we are right on the trend line. So leave that till it settles. I don't like trying to make decisions when things are having issues. Matic is another one that has just broken the key area. So that just means we can get more greedy now. And we're coming down to this area here, which is great. Just means we're going to get it cheaper. So same thing. We don't buy just because we're in that area. We wait to see if it bounces there and changes market structure. Then it's a potential buy. Algo. I don't know what GAL token prediction is, so I won't speak of it because I don't know what it is. Yeah, Phantom's not one of the ones that makes the list though, unfortunately. So I do understand there's big money there, but it's not the right big money. Now. So what are we on? Algo. So this is the area that we have. See the imbalance that we had there? So that's what we're trying to fill now. So Algo, I already have bought in on Algo, but there is a chance that it will come back and retrace. As long as it retraces and creates a higher low, that could be a good buy as well. And then my last one is AVAX, which is pretty much in the zone right now. So would be moving this down to here. And again, looking for a 4-hour W sometime next week. I wouldn't be buying anything like on this weekend because we've got to get through Fake Move Monday. So just be aware of that. You will get your chance to buy. All right, is there anything else? I can see, like, okay, all the spam comments of people saying, yes, send me your details, no drama, I'll send you money. Those are like spam bots as well. I'm sure you guys know, but like just because someone else says, oh, I got my money back, I highly recommend this, or yeah, I want to invest. It's all a spam thing. It's all fake. Like, just don't believe any of it. I know you guys, you're in crypto, so you're already smart enough, but yeah, it's just getting out of control. These social media platforms really need to do something about it. First time ever BTC's had 6 red weeks. Perfect time to buy, in my opinion. Just not financial advice. What else is there? Any other? Near Protocol. All right, let's have a look at that one. Where's Near? Well, Near's really just in a very wide range. It actually looks very much like Bitcoin, doesn't it? It's in a huge range from here to here. So if it comes back down to the bottom of that range, that's, you know, that's support. That's as good a spot as any to buy. So I'd probably wait a little bit longer and see if you can, or if it, again, changes market structure on a 4-hour. But I'd try to be greedy on this one. I'd try to get another entry anywhere in this candle here is going to be good. What do you I don't have thoughts about anything really. I see people say, what do you think of quant? What do you think of Rune? I don't have thoughts. I just trade price action. So I don't really know or care what these things do. I just want to be on things that are going to make me big money. But I'll look it up. Let's look at Rune. I don't think I have it on this list. Try this one. I mean, most altcoins right now are down like 95%. So when you think about it, a bear market as they define it, altcoins usually come down 95% and Bitcoin comes down 85%. So if we're already down 95%, everything's pretty cheap, right? It could be in the range right now where it's going to change sometime soon. So if you get a higher low anywhere in this area, that's going to be a good sign. If it comes down to this support for a third time, 1, 2, 3, and holds there, that's going to be a good sign as well. So it just depends on how much you believe in it. If you're looking for a trade, then you're looking for it to come all the way down to support. But if you're looking to invest in this, just dollar cost average down to support is the best way. Like if you're investing, it's just not the most intelligent move to try and pick one price and go all in. Just stagger your entries and have good risk management. What else was there? Quant. No, dead. If it's just creating lower lows, I'm not interested. I don't know if there's another chart for this, but yeah, I've got nothing to look at left. So not interested in this unless it was to change market structure. ZIL. Highly volatile. Not my bag. Don't like things highly volatile like this because you have to watch them for so long, like so closely. But, you know, there is big opportunity in it. It's just I'm a bit too lazy for it, to be honest. Don't like where it is right now. As far as fib levels. Yeah, see if it comes back to here and holds this support down here, because it could then become a support resistance flip. So maybe it will bleed off a little bit more into here, and if it can hold, then change, give you a W on a 4 hour, then it might be okay. But this just, to me, this looks like something you have to watch closely in order to be able to get out in time. And yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. What else is there? Still in that short. I am currently still in my short position, yes, but I am watching very closely for a W formation over the next day to exit it. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Uni. I don't really like these Dex coins, but we'll have a look. Yeah, dead. But is there opportunity? That's the thing. See what I mean? Like these things from their all-time high, how much down is this? 84%. Like, you know, that's huge. It definitely presents an opportunity if you believe in these things long term. But what's going to make uni pump? Like, is it doing anything? I don't know. Is it fundamentally doing anything that's going to make it turn around? This is the decision point right here where it is right now. That is the previous support before a massive pump, and we're right back here right now. If this thing had any chance of going up, it needs to do it now. So worth watching closely. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a fake out there, but this could be the whole beginning of a W. Like this could be the whole one side of a W, something like that. So worth watching, but you've got to think about where is the liquidity going to be trapped before it changes. The liquidity is going to have to get trapped around here. So if that retracement comes and keeps price above that level, that's going to give you confidence that it's going to change direction. But if it comes all the way back into here, it hasn't trapped any short position. So why would it change direction? Do you know what I mean? Bitcoin 25K, not yet. It might be after we do 38, but for now, I don't think it's, sorry, this is my door. I don't know who's here. I don't know why it would do that just yet. BTC is below 800 EMA. Yes, so the 800, it would have to close the daily. So you need to recheck that tomorrow. And then after it closes the daily, it would need to retest it and stay below the 800. So yeah, still too early to be able to say 800. We're dropping 40%. Anything else? Uniswap is on. Yeah, I didn't think there was much. I can see some weird comments. Do you hold any crypto long term or do you just trade? Yeah, I mentioned the 6 that I hold long term at the start of this. So I always dollar cost average into Bitcoin and Ethereum without fail. I don't care about the price. Every single week I do it Friday 6 p.m. because there's usually a market sell-off, so I get it cheap. Friday 6 p.m. dollar cost average. Friday 6 p.m. Melbourne time, I should clarify. It's always the UK fake move at that point. And then that's just long-term retirement. It's irrelevant to me what price they are because I don't plan on cashing that out for a minimum of a decade from now. In addition to that, I take my profits from trading in USDT and I hold it in USDT until Bitcoin does big drops, and then I buy it with that and funnel it out as well. I don't try to grow my trading account to be some like monstrous size. That's not it for me. I'm only here to play this game to make me the money to live the rest of my life and not have to like work. So everything is long term for me. I trade short term to make long term money. And I only do that with Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'll have a market cycle portfolio, which is the other 6 coins. So Ethereum, Solana, Luna, Matic, AVAX, Algo. All right, I think I'll probably leave it there, guys. I've got to keep filming this cryptability course and try to get it out as fast as possible. So I just wanted to like come in and show you what I was looking at for Bitcoin, some levels to be careful of. Whoops, that's not it. We're at 34 now, potential W now, but just be aware that we do have the other liquidity at 34, and I'll do a final check actually before we go to see if there's any other levels we should be aware of. Just give me 1 second while I refresh. And we'll also have a look at Trading Light to see if any more longs are coming in. There's nothing great enough to excite me. This 742 is not bad here at... Wait, is it still there? No, that was the candle before. No, there's nothing here that really thinks massive bounce coming on this one. So it might not happen until the week starts. On high block, let's bring this down a bit so we can just see the major ones. All right, so yeah, it's still this level here. 34,000 is the major level to take out. There's a little bit here from people who have just longed down to 33.2, but really 34K is the level for me if we continue down to expect a bounce. And I would think that W formation is going to happen in the next day or two. So be on your toes, be aware of it. Look for it on a 1 hour or 15-minute time frame. I wouldn't try to find it on a 5-minute time frame. It's just not going to be enough momentum for it to be a W. A 15 or a 1 hour is going to be the one. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all of the Aussie mothers out there and the rest of the world if it is Mother's Day, but I don't think it is. Don't forget, if you're interested in joining the Discord and learning the market maker method and heat maps and all of this strange stuff that I talked about today, the link is in the description of this video. Come join us in first class. We do a live session together once a week, answer all your questions, talk about it in detail. Cryptability, if you're interested in that. Staking course, how to replace your income using stablecoin staking. Go to my website, tradetroublechill.com, register your interest. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that kind of stuff. Have an amazing rest of the weekend, and I will see you guys Tuesday for my next update.